The Prime Minister's Lancaster House speech in January set out clearly the arrangements that the UK would like to agree, built around a comprehensive trade agreement in the context of a deep and special partnership that goes much wider. But we recognise that this is a negotiation, and our negotiating counterparts, while broadly sharing our desire for a close ongoing relationships, will have their own priorities. So we must be clear about ours. I've said before, and I remain clear today, that when the British people voted last June, they did not vote to become poorer or less secure. They did vote to leave the EU, and we will leave the EU. But it must be done in a way that works for Britain, in a way that prioritises British jobs and underpins Britain's prosperity. Anything less would be a failure to deliver on the instructions of the British people. So how do we achieve this Brexit for Britain? Firstly, by securing a comprehensive agreement for trade in goods and services. Secondly, by negotiating mutually beneficial transitional arrangements to avoid unnecessary disruption and dangerous cliff edges. Thirdly, by agreeing frictionless customs arrangements to facilitate trade across our borders and, crucially, to keep the land border on the island of Ireland open and free-flowing. To do this in the context of our wider objectives will be challenging. It will almost certainly involve the deployment of new technology, and therefore will almost certainly need an implementation period outside the customs union itself, but with current customs border arrangements remaining in place until new long-term arrangements are up and running.